this is going to be one of the most profound things hopefully you ever hear about building a company. Business is nothing but leverage. Period, full stop. Like you have a unit of time and you create an output. And to the degree that you take a unit of time and you generate an output, and if you use the measuring as, let's say, increase in enterprise value, EV, because cash doesn't matter. It's like enterprise value. Did you build a machine that other people will want to buy and there's value there? So unit of time to EV production is kind of the way I think about it. The thing that you got to learn is leverage. Like
how do I leverage my time?
Yeah, system, people. So then the question is, well, what are the categories of things that help you with leverage? And what Naval taught me is there's only 4. I just call them the 4 C's of leverage. The first one is content, which you just talked about, which is standard operating procedures. And I would say videos, and I would say any media even. Like, think about the fact that if you sit down and write a checklist for how to create the perfect cake or cookie, that 10 million people could make that cookie and it won't take you any extra effort other than the effort it went into creating the recipe. A lot of entrepreneurs never understand how to create SOPs. They're like, somebody else does that. Okay, but it's actually the skill.
Yeah.
Your book, Coach Builder, is an SOP. Mm-hmm. And millions of people are gonna build a coaching business because you understood how to package it and do that. So content's one of them. The second one is capital, right? I don't believe it takes money to make money. It takes resourcefulness to make money. But there's certain things that if you have capital, you can invest to grow more. That's why Silicon Valley was built on fundraising, because there's innovation that needs R&D and it needs servers, and there's hard costs. So capital is required if you want to scale, because if not, and you know this, fast growing business is the sound of money flying out the door. It's like, you think—
It's harder actually to manage. Rapid growth financing is a mess.
Dude, it's the scariest. FP&A.
I've been in business for 20 years now. I was the president of a publishing company. It was my first big break. And we were exploding. And I remember thinking, why do we never have any money? We are making so much money. And of course, it's 90-day terms and then inventory,
cash flow,
rental, at whatever, and all that stuff.
Yeah, FP&A, financial planning analysis, is a skill. So capital is required for scale. Again, I'm talking about like unlimited scale. It's leverage. Capital, we talked about content. Third is code. So code is, yes, software, automation, but also like today, AI. Like if you're not, if your team, amazing. Every day, like if your team's not using AI, it's impossible for them to be as efficient as they could be, because you can literally talk to the corpus of the world. Like it's the coolest thing in the world. So software. Now, luckily, I'm a software programmer. I understand workflows. I understand business processes. So like the software side was pretty dialed in. But the fourth one was collaboration, which is people. And that's what I didn't understand. And the big thing that I'll tell you, millionaires build systems. Billionaires build people.
That's fascinating. Elaborate on that. What do you mean?
So most people that are trying to be successful, they'll build the SOPs and the systems. And I get that part. It's kind of table stakes, so it's kind of just required. But wealthy people build people around them. And they actually spend more time building the people.
Literally Jim Collins. I mean, this is his Becoming an Entrepreneur, or whatever that book that is even better than Good to Great.
That nobody talks about, but is the better book. Yeah.
It is the better book.
Yeah.
At 53, and having been in business a long time, there's part of me that believes I had to figure out the need for processes and create them, and the need for cash flow and create it and fees. At 53, I'm now realizing it's all about people. Mm-hmm. It's literally who you hire. Do you like them? Do you enjoy hanging out?
Do they teach you things?
I used to think just hire people who are motivated by money. Now I think the exact opposite. Pay them well, but you can't. It's got to be people who are motivated by excellence and drive.
And they either come that way,
and creativity and fun. They come that way or they don't.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to teach people that.
Yeah,
I need to filter.
But it is people.
I used to think I wrote code. Okay, code's cool. And then when I understood the 4 C's of leverage, I went nerdy. I was like, okay, every book on capital stacks, I went deep on finance and private equity just to understand it, because I would say they know it best. I went all in on, the automation of business processes and systems and understanding how that structure works. But the collaboration one is the one where I realized the people building, it wasn't hiring even. It was developing your people. Because like a lot of business owners hire people and they get mad because they don't know how to do the thing. It's like, tell me how you learned that thing. Well, you're right. I read these 7 books. I went to these seminars for 6 years and I got these scars, and Okay, so you went through to learn, if you want that person to do it the way you're going to do it, you have to coach them. And if you look at my calendar, that is what I do with my time. I'm in meetings, and not meetings to create, meetings to coach.
Somebody said to me once, Don, your problem with relationships is they're not profitable.
Somebody said that?
Somebody said that. He said what they were saying was, you're having trouble figuring out why you should have lunch with that person, and that's not relationships. And I've realized, I think he was right to a degree. He was very, very helpful.
Yeah.
What he also said was, but life is about relationships. And so it's not that you're frustrated that they're not profitable. You're frustrated because you think the point of life is actually to be profitable. It's not.
That is the problem.
It's to connect. And then I found there's a hybrid that when you actually start connecting with people and do the unbelievably unprofitable work of doing so, so much more happens and gets done because there's trust. And there's connection between the two of you.
Yeah.
That I can either make a 5 sales call, or take half a day with 6 guys who will turn around and make 30 a day. And then what did I just do? I just made 300 sales calls this week by not making one.